Welcome back, friends, to AONIM Part 2, Season 2, Appreciation of North Indian Music with Shekhar Phatak. Those who have been watching this series for over a year now have come a long way in understanding of the great tradition of North Indian music, otherwise also known as Hindustani Sangeet. I too have learned a lot while producing this series, and let me put it this way. I'm more or less addicted to know more and more and more and more. I'm diving deeper. I am learning a lot more while trying to train your ears. So I hope that you have enjoyed it and subscribed to this channel. And if you have not, please do so now. Just click on that subscribe button down there and we'll keep on sending you updates. And I promise, no spams at all. So friends, let's move on with our discussion on various ragas. Today and for the next few weeks, we'll talk about Sarang Ragang. So what is Ragang? Ragang is made up of two words, Rag and Anga. You know what Rag is? Anga means body or part. It could be part of the body too. So Ragang refers to a family of rag that have a common melodic body, anga or root. Other than sarang, there are many other ragang like Bhairav, Bhairavi, Kaus, Kannada, and various Malhar ang of families. Most of the sarang raga have come from folk music of India, various parts of India. I have heard many garbas and ras that come from Gujarat that are based on sarang and similar rag. And then some Rajasthani and Uttar Pradeshi folk music that is based on sarang rag ang. One of the most popular being folk music of the areas of Vrindavan is known as Vrindavani folk music, and a rag based on Vrindavani folk music is known as Vrindavani Sarang. It is also known as Vrindavani Sarang or just plain Sarang. It is believed that Swami Haridas, Guru of Tansen, who was visiting Vrindavan, heard folk music and he developed rags Vrindavani Sarang. So there are at least 19 to 20 rag that I have heard of that are based on sarang or sarang ragam. Let's name them. Ambika Sarang, Badhas Sarang or Brahmas Sarang or Barhamas Sarang. Number 3, Dhuliya Sarang. Number 4, Gaud Sarang, Hindoli Sarang, Jayant Sarang, Lanka Dahan Sarang. It is also sometimes called Lanka Dahani Sarang, Lur Sarang, Madhmad Sarang, Maru Sarang, Miyaki Sarang, Nat Sarang, Nur Sarang, Salang, Samant Sarang, Saraswati Sarang, Shuddha Sarang, Sham Sarang, and Sunand Sarang. So I gave you a list of about 19, I believe. What a long list, right? But friends, let me tell you, all these sarang rags are not that popular. That's why we will take only a few like Vrindavani Sarang, Madhmad Sarang, and probably Shuddha Sarang. There are many mythological stories involved with these 19 rag. If you're interested, just please go ahead and Google. You'll find some interesting stories. Hope you all remember our discussion about Rag Durga and pentatonic scale that is made up of all black keys on the keyboard. Durga is derived by taking C sharp or the first black key of the keyboard as root or sa and then playing the rest of the black notes. Using the second black key, that is the Dusri Kali, which is D sharp as root note or sa, we get Rag Dhani. So you know Rag Dhani, you know Rag Durga. Using third black note or F sharp as root or sa, you get two Rag, Bhupali and Deskar. And oh yes, there is a third one too, but it starts with the third black key, Madhyam. You have to take it as a sa. So really speaking, Bhupali, Deshkar and Pahadi. Those are the three rag that you can create from F sharp as sa. Now, if you add Ni and Tivrama in Avro, you get Shuddha Kalyan or Bhup Kalyan. Now, let's use fourth black key. Let's go to my keyboard. Now, let us look at this keyboard again and start using black keys. We have already studied what happens when we use Sa as C sharp. D sharp Sa would make a different rag. We also know Bhupali, Deskar and some more rag starting from here. Sa, that would be Sa, Re, Ga, Pa, Dha, Sa, right? Now, let's come to the fourth black key, which is G sharp. So G sharp or Pa that was in Durga now becomes Sa, A sharp becomes Re, C sharp becomes Ma, D sharp becomes Pa, F sharp becomes Komalni and back to Sa. Sa, Re, Ma, Pa, Ni, Sa, Sa, Ni, Pa, Ma, Re, Sa. You just heard Aroh and Avroh of Rag Madhamad Sarang. Now let's go over other technical things. Vadi of Madhamad Sarang is Re. Now when you sing Re in Madhamad Sarang, you have to be very careful not to make it Andoli. That means it's not vibrating or it's not taking support of any note. Sa, Re, not Sa, Re. Then it changes the rag. So it is used straight, no andolan, straight or sthira swar. Vadi again is Re, but it has to be sthira swar. Samvadi is Pancham, which is Pa. Nyaswar, of course, will be Re and Pa and also Sa. So now, one more interesting thing. We will talk about that rag in our next episode, but if you add Shuddhani to Madhamad Sarang, you get a rag that is known as Brindavani Sarang. So friends, let's just go over the technical stuff of Raga Madhamad Sarang. So we'll begin with Aroh and Avroh. Sa, Re, Ma, Pa, Ni, Sa, Sa, Ni, Pa, Ma, Re, Sa, Let's go over the chalan of rag and then we'll talk about Vadi, Samvadi and all other features. Sa, Sa, pa ni sa re re sa re ni sa re ni sa pa ni ma pa ni sa re re ma ni sa ma pa re ma ni sa. So you just heard the chalan of Rag Madhamad Sarang. Some scholars call this rag Megh. Megh actually is a very different rag. Both rag use the same set of notes, but the chalan or movement of both rag are very different. Madhmad Sarang is linear, while Megh is supposed to be vakra, a little twisted or with crooked movement, zigzag type of movement. Also, Vadi and Samvadi and time performances are very different. Megh these days actually is not so popular, and the derivative of it with the mixture of rag Malhar, a very popular rag, Megh Malhar, has taken place of rag Megh. So let us discuss these sets of rag some other time and focus our attention on Rag Madhmad Sarang. To demonstrate Rag Madhmad Sarang in a modern composition, I am going to present a Hindi Sanskrit pad or geet written by first Mahakavi, first great poet of 11th century, Chand Bardai. Chand Bardai composed an epic poem called Prithviraj Raso in Brij Bhasha, one of the longest poems of that time. It comprises of about 10,000 stanzas. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing anything from Prithviraj Raso. Here is a short poem written in Brij Bhasha and Sanskrit mixed. It is about Varsha Ritu, rainy season, which fits in with our today's rag, Rag Madhmad Sarang. The song basically is describing the clouds that are intoxicated with Damini, the dark night. The birds, Dadur, and the bugs, Bhaura, are singing while other birds, Papiha, are screaming their hearts out. Beautiful earth has decorated itself like a bride, and rivers have become ocean-like. The day has become dark as night. This is the magic of Varsha Ritu, the rainy season. So Rag Madhmad Sarang, which is quite popular, but the tal, the rhythm that I have used, I have composed it myself. It's a little bit odd rhythm. It is made up of 13 beat cycle. This is how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4. So on Pakhwaj it will sound like dha, dha, din, ta, teta, kata, deta, ta, teta, kata, dhage, na, ah. Please listen to it. Enjoy the rag as well as the rhythm. And I'll see you back after this song.
मीते आए बदल मत मत आए बदल मत मत विषयादामिनी दयामति विषयादामिनी दयामति आए बदल मत मत आए बदल मत मत आए बदल आए बदल आए बदल आए बदल मत मत
I hope you like the song. 13 beat cycle, Raga Madhamad Sarang, a very old song with a new thought and ideas, something old with something new. Hope you liked it. If you did, this song is available also on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, JioSaavn, and all other streaming medias that you can access. Well, let us now go on to my recommendations to listen to. 2 film songs and then all non-film stuff. Here is our A Song a Day list. Let's begin. The first one is an old classic from film Rani Roopmati in the voice of Mr. Mukesh. Music is by S.N. Tripathi and lyrics by Bharat Vyas. आ लौट के आजा मेरे मीत तुझे मेरे गीत बुलाते हैं. Now I'm going to list a few songs that you may not even believe that they belong to Raga Madhamad Sarang. You can listen to them or not. It's up to you. But here is the song list. You ready? Ainvai from band Baja Barat. Baby Ko Bas Pasand Hai from film Badshah. Beda Par from film Fukre. Bidi Jalai Ke from film Omkara. Tankila from Manikarnika. Humka Pini Hai from Dabang. Jab Jag Ghumiya from Sultan. Mada Ladla from Dostana. Munni Badnaam Hui from Dabang. Prem Ratan Dhan Payo from the same movie. Suraj Hua Maddam. I love that song. Partially though, it is based on Bhairavi and Kirwani also. There is a little bit touch of Madhmad Sarang here and there. From film Masan, Tu Kisi Rail Si. And the last one from Rais, Udi Udi Jaye. Hard to believe, right? New songs can also be classified or be derived from Hindustani Shastriya Sangeet. Well, let's move on to classical music now and let us focus on some instrumental music today. We'll talk about Madhmad Sarang again next week, but with more focus on gharanas. So the first instrumental piece is by Kala Ramnath on violin with Akram Khan on tabla. Kala Ramnath belongs to Gaiki Gharana that is known as Mewati Gharana. Listen to subtle Gaiki style in this piece, and next week we will talk about the particulars of Mewati Gharana. Next, number 4 is also a violin performance, but this time with full orchestra by Raghuvendra Rao. The fifth day to listen to during this week in Raga Madhamad Sarang would be Flute by Pandit Hariprasad Chaurasia. And finally, number 6, the maestro Nikhil Banerjee presenting Raga Madhamad Sarang. Hope you enjoyed this episode on Madhmad Sarang today, my friends. We will continue our discussion on Madhmad Sarang and also take up another rag of Sarang family later on. We will talk about another Gaiki Gharana, a Khayal Gaiki Gharana that is known as Mewati Gharana. And we'll give you some examples to listen to from Mewati Gharana. Until then, just take it easy, take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye.